Hey, good Monday morning. I'm your host, BKP. It's 8 a.m. on the East Coast. Welcome to Good Morning from the Office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You can always reach the show, get involved with what's happening, give us your opinion of the content or what we're talking about throughout the show, or just send us information. You're the research department out there, or 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is the news hotline, and that's how you can reach us. 706-889-9700. Chief at FetcherNews.com and all the social media ways you can follow us. Now, a lot of times, I hope you had a great weekend, right? Did not rain. Okay, did not rain for those of you in Georgia and North Georgia that, you put up all the, social media pictures all over rain. It did not rain this past weekend. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful weekend. Hope you enjoyed it. Most shows or news or whatever you want to call it, this is an opinion show, start out with, all of the lead things that of most interest or that will get you to stay engaged in the show. And they usually end with a feel good. And before we end our show today, let's give you this nice feel good story. But I want to do that backwards because I like to remind myself and also out there, maybe you, in something kind. Let's have number 22. Okay. Look at that hat. He's on an electric scooter there. Look at that hat. World War II veteran, 95 years old. And I'm going to start out and give, anytime I see somebody treat one of our veterans with this kind of respect, the Ingalls Pharmacy in Blue Ridge, okay? The Ingalls Pharmacy in Blue Ridge, I went up there yesterday. I had a prescription I had to pick up. And there's about 6 people in line, and this gentleman on the electric scooter's up front, and he is asking an enormous amount of questions about his medication. And he needed a printout of all of his medication and his expenses for 2018. And he kept asking questions. And that pharmacist was so patient, so kind, and polite to this gentleman. I mean, just so kind. She did not look, and I want to say it like this, she did not look as though there's 6 people in line. This is taking a lot of time. People are waiting. She focused on this World War II veteran, and I want to give a big shout out to Ingalls Pharmacy yesterday, Sunday afternoon. This guy. I didn't get his name. I know I didn't get his name, but when he turned, a lady in front of me thanked him for his service, and we asked him how old he is. He's 95. And he said, there's not many of us left. So I got to shake his hand. I said, can I take your picture? He said, you'll break the camera. But I wanted to start with that. So God bless America, okay? God bless America. God bless the USA. And thank you, Ingalls Pharmacy, yesterday afternoon in Blue Ridge, for being so kind to this World War II veteran. Okay, moving right along. You can take that off the screen. And I want to start with that so many different ways. I don't know what we're going to do to remind the next generation, the generation that's here now, the next generation, that 40 to 50, 30 to 40, 20 to 30, 10 to 20. I mean, what are we going to do? And there's a difference, folks. And we're not going to go down a road to start out, but there's a difference in World War II veteran, Korean War veteran, Vietnam veteran. There's a difference. You're going to say a veteran's a veteran. Wait. Just relax. I respect that, okay? I respect the men and women. And see, World War II veterans, okay, right down to, let's just say, Vietnam, they didn't go in for the education. They were not recruited in, okay, by a volunteer. They were not a volunteer force. They were drafted in. They were not a volunteer force because of the education benefits that our government was giving out. All right, I'm always cautious, but I guess this is what the Democrats consider progress. Number 37, you have an LGBT, okay? You have an LGBT transgender pride flag hung in Congress by Representative Jennifer Wexton, okay? Newly elected Representative Jennifer Wexton, Democrat of Virginia, started her term with a statement of transgender equality by hanging a trans pride flag outside her office in Washington. This is what the Democrats consider progress in America. This is what they do. Hey, you can believe me if you want. Number 35, okay. All right. Now, I'm not going to spend 2 hours discussing the Muslim religion and the Quran, okay? But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to look in the camera, all right? I don't hate anybody. We can, in my house growing up, if we said we hated somebody, well, we got a smack. We didn't hate anybody. We were told we disliked their ways. That's what we were told. My mom said we dislike their ways very much. We don't hate people. So there you go. So I'm not going to tell you I hate these people, but I am going to tell you this. According to the Constitution of the United States, there's no way you could take the oath of office on the Quran and vow to defend the Constitution of the United States. Can't happen. But this one right here, let's leave her up for a minute. This is Democrat progress. This is what they think, okay? All right. Won't take but a second. Had here a minute ago. Dems change House rules to allow lawmakers to wear religious headwear. Now, her name is the newly Democratic-controlled House overhauled a 181-year-old rule that banned hats from the floor of the floor to accommodate lawmakers who wear religious headgear. Now, you may think this is a joke, but I sure hope that nobody walks in with Mickey Mouse ears. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that I'm being funny. No. I'm very serious. Anybody that walks in right now with anything on their head, if they would determine and say, this is a religious head covering. Oh my gosh. All right. The ban was lifted in a provision including in the rules package that the House passed 234 to 197. Vote on Thursday. The rule change overhaul the ban on head coverings, which has reportedly been in place since 1837. See, up to 1837, they probably felt there was no reason to have it on the rules, because then one day maybe somebody walked in and said, "Oh, I guess we're going to have to make a rule now." But since 1837, all right, the move also arrived the same day Congress welcomed 2 female Muslims. Now she's from Minnesota, and her name's Ayan Omar. Okay? And right there, alone, is the reason the House changed rules for religious head coverings. That's progress to Democrats. Progress. Now, we're going to get into the government shutdown. We promise we'll go there in just a minute. Okay? Government shutdown, that's progress. Now, let's play our video, which we know probably every viewer that's watching our show has already witnessed over and over. But let's just play it to go into what we're going to discuss to continue that Democrat progress. Play that video I sent you, Josh.
Love you, and you win. And when your son looks at you and says, "Mama, look, you won," bullies don't win. And I said, "Baby, they don't, because we're going to go in there, we're going to impeach the mother." Baby, they don't, because we're going to go in there, we're going to impeach the mother. Don't, because we're going to go in there, we're going to impeach the mother.
Okay, that's number 36. And she's from Michigan. Okay. Representative Rashida, I think, Tabai. I don't know. I don't know the name. The second Muslim woman. And she told her son that. Now, Democrats have come out and defended her. We're going to impeach the MFer. Okay? Democrats have come out and on all the shows when asked, very few times when asked, well, and Nancy, well, you know, different choice of words, wish you would, you know, you could say whatever, but no condemnation of saying we're going. Now, they have gone on and on about Trump and Trump's profanity-laced tirades. Okay, all right, fine. But you got to understand, Mama, the bully didn't win. That's the part that gets me, is who she's talking to. Now, I don't know, you were probably raised up in a house maybe much like mine where we were taught that two wrongs don't make a right. So if it's wrong to use this foul language, and if it's wrong, if Donald Trump is wrong for the youth of America, you know, and we got to keep him away from the youth of America because of his language and the way he treats women and all the above. This woman is talking to her son. How much respect does her son have for the office of the presidency of the United States? Because that's all I keep hearing is Trump has no respect for the office. How is she being taught? Should he not be taught that, hey, you know what? We don't see eye to eye with this president. We disagree with most of this president's policies, but we've got to understand in the United States of America that gave us this great opportunity to come in here, okay, as Muslims and get elected and serve in Congress. This is the way we do it. This is the way it's set up. So there are things in place by the Constitution of the United States. If we don't agree with the President of the United States, we could go into impeach. Explain it to the kid. Mama, the bully didn't win. That's right, baby. That's right. Because we're going to go down there. I could see him already as a next generation Muslim in love with our country. All right, that's Democrat progress. I don't know. I know that has gone out before. There's a little bit of that's old news. But trust me, the crazies have taken the chamber. And what's next is next. All right, now here's what I want to say. Okay? I want to show this picture. I'm going to take a break and we're going to come back and talk about border security. Now, is the wall to keep you in? Yes, that's not yes. That is what the deep state media is saying, that Trump can't walk away from this because the wall is not to keep illegals from invading our country. The wall is to keep you in and you supporting Donald Trump as the President of the United States. is the wall to keep you in. And what did I tell you Friday? I think I said it Thursday. Okay, I think I read it right here on the show Thursday. I know on the All-Star panel I brought it up and said, hey, keep an eye on your senator. Now, I support our senator. I think our senator has done, I guess 85%, if you're going to give him a percentage, 85% here in the state of Georgia. And I want to put the picture up before. I want to go to number 1, okay? And I clipped this on a live screen, so it is kindly marked over there, okay? Vulnerable Republicans. Now, what did I say Friday? I said, keep an eye on Senator David Perdue. They've already marked him. I said that Friday on the show in Georgia. Okay? Now, Cory Gardner is already... Who else did I say? Joni Ernst. You can go back to Thursday's show, and I went over the list. I went over the list on Thursday's show right here. I went over the list of Democrats. All right? McSally, right? Went over this list. Cory Gardner, Ernst in Iowa, Collins, Tillis, and Senator Perdue. It has started. Now, what's not on this list? Vulnerable Republicans. Who's not on this list? We'll come back. We're going to start right here. When we return, will the Republican Senate cave? Will they? We'll see. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Here is an amazing fact. Here's an amazing fact I also want to talk about this morning on the show is 800,000, and we'll get into this, 800,000 federal employees. 800,000 federal employees. A partial shutdown equals 800,000 federal employees. I think the real eye-opener here is that 800,000 federal employees is just in a partial shutdown, government shutdown. That needs to be the eye-opener, all right? And you know what? TSA, maybe it's time for a major overhaul of the TSA. Maybe this is the perfect timing for a major overhaul at TSA. And let's see if the airlines want to pay the TSA bills instead of us. Why are we waiting for us to pay the TSA bills? How come the airlines? How come not the airlines? I know I hear all the yelling now, you can't privatize TSA. Maybe it is time for a TSA overhaul. That could be possible. They're calling in sick because they're not getting paid. All right, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. How come nobody's talking about the gas prices? We will here. How come nobody's talking about 312,000 jobs over and above like the 155 or something they expected, almost double what was expected? How come they're not talking about that? Maybe the 312,000 jobs don't equal the national disgrace, a national crisis, a nation in crisis. I mean, all of the bad things, the disasters that are going on in this country that the deep state media is trying to manipulate and make you believe it's so terrible out there. We'll talk about all that when we return. But will those Republicans stand firm on the Senate, or what will they do? Take us a break, Josh.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
8 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
We're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas, stuffed garlic knots, breadsticks, bone-out wings, pasta, and new Cinnabon mini rolls. We're the $5 lineup with the best sides for your pizza.
$5 each.
Choose 2 or more, $5 each. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, just going through the internet here, looking at a couple things, wanting to double check what's happening out there, see if there's anything new between the breaks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, you can always contact the show, 706-889-9700, to get involved in the conversation. You can text us there, and if you'd ever like to be on the show, be one of our guests, or call in, just text us and let us know you'd like to be on the show. And you can email us at thechief@veterannews.com, and there's all the social media ways to follow us. Now, I want to talk about impeachment. Impeach the MFer, all right? Now, here's the way I look at it, and I want you to stay with me on this, okay? There's a segment of the Democrats that are going to play certain roles. There's certain role pockets, is what we're calling them, okay? And they're going to let the new Democrats that have come into the House, the newly elected members, go out there and do the impeach MFer, and they're going to let some of these go out and yell certain things or bring up certain things, or even the guy that put back in the articles of the impeachment, the bill for impeachment last week. And then you're going to have a group that's going to run cover and say, we need to wait for Mueller's report, we need to wait for Mueller's report. So I wouldn't spend a lot of time on a daily basis of trying to balance out on what day the Democrats say impeach, what day they say to wait, who to trust, okay? I do feel very strong they want him gone. I do feel very strong they will use the media to try to push him back to New York. I do feel very strong that they will push to try to get him to leave, all right? I do think they will attempt to try to impeach him. Now, the Senate is different, okay? When they impeached, let's stay straight here, okay? Nixon was never impeached. Nixon chose to leave, okay? Chose to leave. So we don't know the details on that. They would like to have the Nixon move, where they really don't impeach him, but he leaves, okay? Bill Clinton was impeached by a Republican House, but it never, you have to remove the President of the United States or remove anybody under articles of impeachment. The Senate has to remove them, okay? Period. So this is possible. Bill Clinton, and when people say, well, Bill Clinton stayed in office, it's very possible they impeached Trump on the Democrat side and he stays in office based on the Republican Senate. So there's a lot of factors out there. My question to you is 2020, and I don't want to upset anybody, but first of all, how many of you trust, let's go to number one, trust the Republicans? If you're a Donald Trump supporter out there, by a show of hands, how many of you trust the Republicans? How many of you trust Mitch McConnell? Now you're going to have, well, you know, since Trump's been president of the United States, Mitch McConnell has gotten Gorsuch through, and he has gotten Kavanaugh through, and he has gotten Trump's other judicial appointments that we don't talk about through. Very aggressive judicial appointments have gone through, conservative appointments on the bench, federal bench, with Mitch McConnell. So I trust him on Monday, I don't trust him on Wednesday, and I don't know what he'll do by the weekend. So how many of you trust Mitch McConnell? Now, Paul Ryan is gone. He's gone home. Nancy Pelosi runs the show over there. We have shown you some of the the Democrats' House leadership, what they consider progress. 2 Muslim women, one saying impeach the MFer, the other saying, you know, wearing her head religious head covering, and they changed the rules since 1885 or whatever we brought up earlier, and one having a transgender. Is it New York that you could change your birth certificate with an X? Look at the new laws, okay? Is it New York New York City or something like that? You can change your gender to X. Is North Carolina now offer a neutral gender? Not North Carolina, I apologize to North Carolina and anybody that may be up there, family and friends, watching. California, does California, and I'm just looking at the map there, stay with those senators. Does California now have a new law? Is it new in California that you have the third option of a gender? Just not pick one. We'll decide later. Oh my God, this is Democrat progress. You need to understand what they call progress. So what is above this caption? And the reason I bring this up, because I said a couple things Thursday, okay, just Thursday. And I went through this, and I said, I don't trust Paul Ryan, and I couldn't be happier he's gone. All right? I could not be happier Paul Ryan's gone. All right? And now I'm supposed to cheer, and you're supposed to cheer that we have the Senate. But do we have the Senate? Okay? Now, on border security, that includes a barrier, wall. I don't care if it's a wall. I don't care if it's brick. I don't care if it's concrete. I don't care if it's steel slat. A barrier that prevents an invasion on our southern border. Okay? You already have Cory Gardner of Colorado, Susan Collins. Now, if somebody new this morning has come out, let me know. Text it to me. Susan Collins and Senator Tillis from North Carolina. 3, vulnerable Republicans. Why would Joni Ernst be vulnerable? Senator McSally, we know she's vulnerable in Arizona. She could not beat Sinema, right? Not Kirsten Sinema. I forget her first name, but her last name was Sinema. All right? Could not beat her. She's appointed in Arizona. She has to run again in 2020. And then they bring in David Perdue of Georgia. What did I tell you? I told you that. I told you that. They know something. They know there's a chance that somebody's running against Perdue in 2020 that may be worth paying attention to. I said it Friday, keep an eye on David Perdue. David Perdue, out of all of those vulnerable that they are calling vulnerable Republicans, David Perdue in Georgia. Georgia, if you're out there anywhere in the world watching, I will let you know, no matter how upset people in Georgia may be, Georgia is one tick away, boom, from being blue. One tick. Stacey Abrams, no matter what you want to talk about, they shrunk a 200,000, okay, 200,000 vote gap down to, let's just say, 50. They shrunk it 150,000 votes in Georgia. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is how much pressure will be put on these senators. Because what does Republicans have? 53? We only have 53, right? Is that right? I don't know. Okay, somewhere around there. You do the math. We're only a couple ticks. We're only a couple ticks over that 50 mark to begin with. We don't have 60. We don't have nothing that will close the debate on anything and bring it to the floor with a vote. I mean, the Senate is left powerless in so many ways. You have to remember the Senate passed The bill, with no border funding, sent it to the House over in 2018. The House is the one that added the $5.7 billion and sent it back to the Senate where the end of the year came. And we're only looking at a difference of, Corker and Flake. Now, there's one thing I want to say before I move off this subject, because it's going to come back. Vulnerable Republicans right there that they're looking at. Who will break enough? And what will the negotiation be on the shutdown, the partial shutdown? Who will break? Now, Purdue, I want you to watch. I'm bringing it up now for election reasons. If there's anyone to watch in the next election cycle, it's David Perdue. David Perdue wrote a very, very tough opposition piece to Mitt Romney. Very tough, okay? And I will tell you this, he has in Georgia, he has worn the Make America Great Again hat better than Jeff Sessions ever did. I think better than any senator on the floor today. I think you will not find a senator as equal, if not better, that has worn the Make America Great Again hat as well as David Perdue in Georgia. So what does Perdue do in 2020 if internals start showing him that he's going to lose the metro areas big? There's not enough rural vote to pull him through, and he has to have white Republican suburban women. Keep an eye on that race. Now, the word vulnerable is there because what did I tell you on Mitt Romney? If you think Romney's not vulnerable, Romney's got 6 years. If you think Romney is the only one that knew that op-ed in the Washington Post was coming out on New Year's Day, you're wrong. Romney said what he said, and the line starts here, right behind him. Now, do I think he'll run in 2020? I don't think so. But I think in Utah, Romney has 6 years to say what he wants at any time. He can carry that mantle at any time, and there's no repercussions. There's nothing at all going to happen to him. And in 6 years, if he chooses to be senator again in Utah, it's likely he could get reelected regardless of what he says about the President of the United States. Romney's not vulnerable. They are. Will the Republican Senate cave? Will they cave on their President Donald Trump? We'll see. Hey, I'm your host, BKP. I'm going to take a short break. We're going to come back. Let's talk about out there the shutdown itself, the 800,000 federal workers that will go without their pay, that are calling in sick, and how the media is reacting and doing what they can to help America try to fight this crisis at the border. No, try to fight this crisis in the White House, as they call it. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break, and we'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
At Pizza Hut, we're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas. Whoa, wait, medium pizzas? For $5? And all these sides, only $5? I'm speechless. The new $5 lineup, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Good morning, folks. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. Just checking some text messages. And it is Monday morning, January 7th, 2019, 8:46 a.m. A little cool out there this morning, but it's a nice day. Looks like a beautiful day in store for all of us in North Georgia. The contact the show at any time, or if you have a news tip, 24/7, 706-889-9700, right there on the bottom of the screen, chief at FetcherNews.com. Good morning from the office, and there's all the social media ways you can contact us. All right, now let's look at this here quickly. Okay. I don't know, this was on Fox and Friends first. I don't know what show this was on. And give me number 21, all right? And this lady, hey Josh, can you take a shot? It's just too early in the week. How do you pronounce her name? Could you take a shot at that?
I would say Teslin Figaro.
Yeah, I think you're right. Teslin Figaro. She's the former National Security Director for Bernie Sanders 2016. She was on a show, and I like what she said. I was watching her clip there on the show. Hey, look, Trump won. He won. 2, okay, he won telling people he would build a wall, a barrier on the southern border, and if they don't like it, run a campaign, tear down the wall. You got, run the 2020 campaign, get a candidate out there and run a campaign saying they will tear the wall down. But build the wall, build the wall. People voted for that. Now, that being said, the list of the MSNBC, now here's the media. I'm going to give you really quickly. Number 3. Okay, so the morning gang, all right, and let me say this, all right, let's do this. That's number 3, okay? They are assembled. Now I watched all the media this morning because they are going to carry the water, and as the stress, okay, as the stress of the shutdown gets a little closer to home, the media is going to make sure they handle, okay, they handle that. So, that being said, let me go to number 4. And the only reason I show you this is because this, you might think I'm silly. You see they're wearing black. I'm serious. That's no joke. They will come out on days and wear black when they feel like the country's in funeral mode. That's the God's honest truth. They will. I watch these 2 pieces of garbage every single morning. They are nothing but the worst pieces of garbage, but the sad thing is they're helping carry the water with CNN, okay? They're helping carry the water with CNN. Now, if you go back, can you remember the last one? I don't remember which one it was I asked. But wait, what's that saying there? Trump, arrogant, okay, of current, ignorant of current pathway to citizenship, okay? Long story short, right? And then what was the other one? Number 3, Trump fails to build the wall, then lies about it, okay? And there's one more I want. Number 7, Kirstjen Nielsen. Okay? She was not even given the opportunity to present the data in front of Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. She was cut off. HHS secretary. This is the water they're carrying first thing this morning. White House lies about terrorists and the border. Okay? Lies about terrorists and the border. You can't tell the truth, they're saying, all right? And we'll get to some more of this in just a minute, but I want to go over this. And here's what it is, okay? Go to number 18. They have loved this with Chris Wallace yesterday. The media has knocked this all over the place this morning. CNN, MSNBC, ABC, Good Morning America, all of them. Yesterday, you see this, it says, and this is MSNBC grabbing it at 5:04 Eastern Time this morning, and they ran with it at 6 o'clock on the dot with Joe and Minka. Claims about terrorists and the border, southern border questioned, okay? And Sarah Huckabee Sanders there, she was questioned yesterday about the 4,000, okay? The 4,000 that have been detained and stopped that were questionable entries into the country. But if you listen to her clip, she doesn't claim the 4,000 came from the southern border. She never makes reference that the 4,000 come from the southern border. She says just last year, 4,000 questionable entries into the United States from regions of high levels of terrorism were stopped. And she doesn't say all 4,000 came through that southern border. And Chris Wallace says, whoa, wait a minute. You do realize those came through airports and different ports than the southern border, okay? So the media really thinks they have something on her. You got to understand, they're okay. What if they're okay with just one terrorist getting through the most vulnerable border we have? I'm just saying, okay? Now, this is some of the water they're carrying this morning, number 19, all right? Number 19, 21 days. Longest government shutdown, 12/16/95 through 1/5/96 was Newt Gingrich, okay? Now, every time, I want you to know out there, every time you're going to have to stand strong, because every time they keep coming on TV, the Dick Durbins of the world in the Senate, well, you know, we should at least fund the government and then have this discussion. Bull, okay? And this is not just Paul Ryan. They have done CRs every time. We've had to do debt ceiling crisis. We've had to face shutdowns. We've had to do continuing resolutions over and over. So why don't we, who will trust a single Democrat or Republican, to say the least, who will trust them to fund the government? Okay? Fund the government and then have the discussion? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right? Look at the trash cans rolling over. Look. See the trash cans rolling over there? So we're at the 17-day point. We're at the 17 days. 18 is tomorrow we tie the second longest, and it looks like we'll go past the 21st. Now, the President of the United States is willing to call this a national emergency and use funds under the national emergency under the use of national emergency use funds that he can. Now they will try to fight him and say he's not able to do that, but it's possible that he does that. Longest shutdown, okay? This is what they keep bringing to you and keep bringing to you. Longest shutdown. But this, I watched. I'm not going to say Fox didn't do anything. I watched Fox, CNN, MSNBC. I watched all 4 morning shows yesterday. I never heard this one time, if I can remember, on the 4 morning shows. Number 34. Jobs up big, plus 312,000 record number working. Manufacturing best in 20 years. Previous administration said this could not happen. They were gone. Why will not these good journalists, these great operations with endless amounts of money, these major corporations, go back in the archives and pull all of these clips where Obama said they're gone? We need to just get used to they're over. They'll never come back. All right? Hispanic unemployment lowest ever. Dow plus 747 for the day on this news. All right? And how come? Nowhere. This is on Forbes. Okay? Forbes magazine. This was on last week, January 4th. 312,000 jobs added in December, manufacturing growth. You do need to understand there was expectations. I'll get to that in a minute. Manufacturing, okay, is growing 714% faster under Trump than Obama. Manufacturing jobs are growing at 714% faster under Trump over a similar time under Obama. Okay? Come on, get off my screen. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics released its December jobs report Friday morning, showing non-farm employment was up 312, stronger than analysts expected. The impressive job numbers, along with Fed signaling patience on rate hikes. The Feds are saying, hey, maybe now, things are running along pretty smooth in the U.S. economy, and we've got a balance on, that's what they think, on interest rates. I'm not coming back on the Feds whatsoever, but the Feds were signaling Friday. So with the stock market going down, okay, because Apple lied, with the stock market going down and crashing, as they call it, and the interest rates going up, and just Thursday and Friday we're definitely headed into a recession, they did not know what to do with the Feds saying, we kindly see a balance here that it looks like we're going to live with. The impressive job numbers, along with Fed signaling patience on rate hikes, shook the stock market loose from its doldrum, with the Dow posting a 747 gain. Now, I don't know what it's going to open up. It might open down this morning, but all of that in the air, there was a big 747 in the air, and it wasn't a jet airliner. It was a post of a gain. With the December job numbers, President Trump has 2 full years of economic performance to compare with his predecessor, President Obama. The 2 biggest statistical standouts are manufacturing is up 714%. Under Obama, federal, state, and local government employment grew 6 times faster, okay, than did manufacturing, while under Trump, that ratio has been reversed, with manufacturing jobs growing 5 times faster than government jobs. Damn it, they will not bring that correlation together, because this is where they have a problem. They won't do it. Is anybody, what? 800,000, partial government shutdown. Now, let me compare these, because this is what I was looking at this morning. I'm like, there's a reason the fake news does not want this out. Because they want government to grow faster than the private sector. They want government to grow faster. Okay? Why? Because you are then beholden to government. Why? Then government is your lifeline. Because that is what they're screaming today, is how many lifelines will get cut. Listen, it's all in the phrasing, folks. Government shutdown, partial government shutdown, 800,000 federal employees out of work. It's the lifelines that would get cut from the government is the concern here. Nothing else is government dominating. This right here, under Obama, federal, state, local government grew 6% faster, six times faster than did manufacturing, while under Trump that ratio has reversed, with manufacturing jobs growing 5 times faster than government jobs. Looking at jobs added over the 24 months through December and comparing that with 2 years of Obama's administration is illuminating both of the pace of employment expansion and the late stage of a business cycle, as well as the composition of the jobs added. Okay? Now, realistically, we'll go into this a little more, but in 2 years, Trump has shifted, just in 2 years, the rate of growth of jobs in this country from government to private to manufacturing. Manufacturing, government. Obama, 6 times faster. Government jobs, right? 6 times. Why the hell do you think Northern Virginia up there is as blue as can be? You can't go in one of those Northern Virginia suburbs around there that has the $400,000 homes that doesn't have a government employee working. If there's 300 houses in one of those suburbs, 280 of them have somebody working in the government. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they set that up, man. They took Virginia like Obama 6 times, and guess what? Trump passed that. I'm telling you now, manufacturing, job growth, it's passed. You have 800,000 federal employees. You have lifelines to the government that may get cut. Just saying. I bet you've not heard that anywhere else put together that way with this government shutdown. I'm afraid not that many people are going to care. Now, you will be upset if there's no TSA agents to, pat you down, steal your shampoo, fondle you, and scan your luggage. I know you'll be upset over that. I understand that. And I can see how a true-blooded American will only go to work to save their country based on the paycheck. I understand that's what we've written. People won't save this country based on just the heart. Won't happen, okay? So we'll talk about that when we return, but 312,000 jobs nobody will talk about. We'll not talk about the rate of government jobs. I said this morning, what did I say when I opened up? What the takeaway in the shutdown needs to be is partial government shutdown equals 800,000 federal workers. That's amazing if that's just partial. We have grown these behemoths that have to be chopped off at the knees. And if this is the only way to do it, keep doing it, Donald. I support you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
8 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
We're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas. Stuffed garlic knots, breadsticks, bone-out wings, pasta, and new Cinnabon mini rolls. We're the $5 lineup with the best sides for your pizza.
$5 each.
Choose 2 or more, $5 each. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey, Josh, can you put that same tweet back up on the 312,000 jobs? Hey, we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Now, this is the tweet that Donald put out, and I think this is Friday, President of the United States of America. Oh, by the way, the MFer is still your president, baby. That MFer is still your president, man, Jack. All right? So, now wait a minute. This is, if you feel in any way whatsoever that Democrats will lie to you, and Republicans, it's not a this is not a Republican defense, class or group, okay? We don't do that here. We defend only the truth. But if you don't think Democrats will lie to you, manufacturing jobs will lie to you, the deep state media will try to help create a recession. Now, I have said that here over and over. And I knew what was going on. And if you're new to the show, if you've never watched the show before, it's the first time, I think the focus, if you would say what my focus is I study the media, okay? I study what's going on, and I study which way they're trying to drive the herd, which the people is us. And I said back in November and December, starting back then, it's just interesting how now we're headed towards a recession. Now, they worked that up into the narrative, slowly but surely. All economists see 2019 into a recession, pushing it and pushing us towards a recession. Now, nobody recognizes it at home yet. For the most part, you don't recognize it. Because gas is down. Nobody will talk about that. Gas prices are down. Okay? So let's just use the $3 to $2. Now, a lot of people start yelling out there, well, when Obama was president, it was $2.87, $2.63, whatever. Okay. We'll use a firm dollar because most Americans remember paying very close to $2.89 or $3.01 for gas. That's been a lot of the last 8 years. In some way, shape, or form, we've been close to that $3 mark all the way back with Bush, almost $3.80 something. So we'll just say 75 cents, right? That's some hard cash. Hard cash in the home of Americans. If you have two people working in the home, and they have $35 a week allotted for fuel to go back and forth to work every day. Okay, this one works here, this one works here. Very few Americans are fortunate to work a mile down the street. Maybe they do. Let's just say you got to get 25, 30 miles, whatever. So you got $35 in your family budget here and $35 here. So you got $70 a week in your family budget. Okay? And instead of 35, it's, taking you, 25, maybe, okay? We just use that that's $10. Over here's $10. That's $20. At the end of the month, that's $80. Now, a lot of people don't want to use gas and talk about the price of gas because it could go, we can have something happen. It can go from $1.93 I paid $1.89. $1.89 I paid yesterday. $1.89, yes. So it can go from that to $2.75, $2.80 overnight. We know that, okay? We've watched it. Americans have. But nobody talks about if that happens for a month, that's $80 that was put into the pocket of families, if not more. I'm telling you, there's so many things, but we got pushed into believing that there has to be a recession. And I tell you, the thing they did not want to do, and what the Democrats do not want to call progress in America is you having more money in your pocket. They can lie all day long and say they want minimum wage to go up. All right, a lot of states and a lot of cities have raised the minimum wage. Good. Okay? Let me tell you something, okay? Don't take this wrong at all, all right? I used to fight this battle, and I studied it years ago. And yes, I did. I studied this years ago, and I think it was I was probably about 17 when I really did this one study on this. And anywhere a community dependent on union wages, okay? Anywhere a large community, so let's say an area of manufacturing was the town, the whole town. You would study and see every time the union renegotiated their contract, the cost of living adjustments in their contract, the raises in their contract, the medical increases in their contract, whatever it may be, it was absorbed immediately in the community by milk going from $2 to $2.25, for bread going from 89 cents to $1.19, whatever. And I did a study and I looked at that years ago. One of my teachers I went to and I asked about that, and they said, "Hey, let's look a little closer." So the two of us did, and we come to find out that basically anywhere that was dependent on the manufacturing or the union contract, the cost of living paralleled. So your milk went up, your rent went up, everything went up parallel. So I'm just saying right now, all of these cost of living, you know, these minimum wage, mandatory minimum wage, you will watch those areas, A, lose jobs, and B, the cost will go up. They're not going to have more money in their pocket. Socialists always think that that's going to equal more money in their pocket. That's not going to happen. It will not. That being said, progress, this one sentence alone, Democrats can't deal with. And the deep state. And this is the sentence that nobody talks about. We have 2 years of data on Trump, 2 years to look at. Under Obama, federal, state, and local government employees grew 6 times faster than did manufacturing jobs. While under Trump, that ratio has been reversed, with manufacturing jobs 5 times faster than government jobs. The deep state can't take that. Cannot. So they are doing everything they can. All right? We showed you what progress is. Give me number 33. Shutdown impact. All right? Delayed tax returns. Okay? Top of their list. They want you to believe that this behemoth we call the IRS is going to delay giving back and being able to process your tax refund on account of the shutdown. Oh, that's right there, top of the list, right? I'm going to tell you something. If 800,000 employees in a partial government shutdown results in this, well, this may be a perfect time to overhaul the IRS. Federal workers miss pay. Sorry. Just say it. Sorry. Federal workers miss pay. Damn. Sorry. Hate it for you. That's all I can give you. Hate it for you. Food stamp cuts. Hate it for you. The only people I'm concerned about are the people that cannot, and we do have a percentage in this country that cannot defend, care, and take care, and handle their own, take care of themselves. Get it out there in a minute. I am concerned about that percent, and somehow, some way, they need taken care of. But I tell you what, give me number 22. And we'll come back. 95 years old, folks. 95. There are medical conditions that truly cause people to have assistance. And I said that, and it's on tape. But let me tell you, he's 95. Food stamp recipients, get off your fat ass and go to work. Get your ass off one of those electric carts riding through Walmart. Knowing your ass, we get off that cart and walk around. I know I'm only 10 pounds from riding one of those carts. I got to be careful, right? But what the hell? I'm telling the truth. Get your ass off that cart. Go to work. I don't know. Food stamps. I mean, I'm just saying. Go back to that next one. 33, that last one. Food stamp cuts. I don't know. We're looking for people to work. Might be the perfect time to, let me tell you something. I know a lot of my words are not going to be accepted. A lot of the things I say are going to be considered really radical. But let me tell you something. There's an old saying, you'll survive or starve. Just say food stamp cuts. TSA shortage. TSA shortage. May be time to overhaul the TSA system. Maybe a perfect time. Overhaul the TSA system. Huh? Maybe a perfect time. Maybe a perfect time. Now, I'm not going to get into it. There has to be some government policies put in place, but let Delta, let the airlines pay for it. Okay? Let me tell you something. Give that responsibility to the airlines. Because the first time, the percentage of your flights. If it's costing Atlanta, $1 million a month to have a TSA agents there, and you're saying, well, they'll cut the amount of agents and they'll cut this and cut that. No, you just put in every so many passengers, you have to have so many agents and make them pay the bill. Well, they won't pay the bill, they'll cut it. So, no, I'm going to tell you something you're not going to like. And I want you to understand this. By no means do I ever want a flight to take off with innocent people in the air, okay, and a tragedy take place. Never. You let one of these airlines let one of these terrorists through because they did something to save a couple bucks, they'll be closed the next day. They will be in such fear of making sure it'll change. I don't know. I have all the answers, but I think a TSA shortage may be a perfect time for a major overhaul of the TSA. National parks damaged. Okay? That's the last one. They throw that in. Now, right now, they're showing the, let's go with his, right here, 24. This was on Face the Nation yesterday. Okay, CBS, Face the Nation. The trash. I'm going to tell you, America, whoever you are, okay, whoever you are that you notice the trash can's full and you just threw the stuff, that was close. Woo, I had to pull that back, right? You just threw the stuff on the ground? Come on, man. Go to the park, have your little picnic, take your little baggie, and take the trash somewhere else and dump it. Take it home. I mean, do your part. I mean, that's disgusting. Go Face the Nation number 25. You're just going to our parks and places and throwing garbage bags down? Really? Shut down fallout spreads. Number 27. CNN at 5 a.m. this morning. Number 27. Look, the trash cans. I am so disappointed in the Americans. Go for number 28. Number 29, CNN again, shutdown, showdown. TSA union up. Okay, now this one right here, the food stamps. TSA union up to 170 agents called out each day last week. All right? 170 agents called out. I'm just saying, all right? I can understand the only time to be concerned about the security of this country is when you're getting paid. I can understand that, and I do understand people need to get paid to make a living. But let me ask you a question. Now, 170 agents called out each day last week. How many flights were canceled? Now, if we start seeing major amounts of flights canceled and planes grounded because of this, it could change. But okay, number 30. This is what CNN's trying to create. Shut down airports, sick out. Okay, number 31. They're trying to create this. You see this if you're watching in the mornings. All right. And I've got a couple things. I see it's 9:30. I am just telling you the deep state will not accept what's going on. They won't accept it. They won't accept it from the military. That's why Kelly, Mattis, McChrystal, that's why these generals, they won't accept, the deep state won't accept what's going on there. They won't accept what's going on with government jobs. They won't accept the trend has changed. Absolutely not. Won't accept, but only you, the border wall just pales in comparison of everything compiled. Only you can make this happen, and you've got to stick with the President of the United States, and you cannot turn your back on the President of the United States, and you have to keep sending your tweets, your text messages, your phone calls to the White House and to the others. But the phone call to the White House in support of the President of the United States and the tweets in support have to happen in major mass numbers, okay? This is not Laura Ingraham. This is not, and this, I like Laura Ingraham, but this is not Laura Ingraham. This is not Sean Hannity. This is not Rush Limbaugh. This is not Mark Levin. This is not BKP. This is you, the American people. You have to tell the President of the United States to stay the course because you understand this is not about just the wall. You've connected all the dots. We work on that together. We know that. They can't take the trend and the change of what's happening and how we're trying to bring this government into check. See, we're blown away when we hear 800 federal employees in a partial government shutdown. It brought it into reality for many of us. I'm your host, BKP. We'll come back and wrap up right after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
At Pizza Hut, we're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas. Whoa, wait, medium pizzas? For $5? And all these sides, only $5? I'm speechless. The new $5 lineup, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, don't forget, at 10 o'clock, it's time for instant replay with Dave Garner. And I tell you what, we've had 3 weeks of, we haven't been, this is our first week back with Instant Replay on Monday. We run it on Mondays on our Facebook, Team FYN Sports Facebook page. So if you want to see that, you go to Team FYN Sports Facebook page. We run that, and we do share it over to all our other pages. Then on Tuesday, we run it on FYNTV.com. Now, obviously, Tuesday's show will have a little old news to it because they're going to be talking today about national championship. We do not have to wait for that show. I have told you I am picking Clemson. I would like to take a minute, if Dave would permit, for me to tell you on that show I'm picking Clemson. So what about you? Are you going with Alabama? And what about Tampa Bay Buccaneers said they may be interested in talking to Kirby Smart? Just saying, whole lot to talk about. 10 o'clock, go to 10 o'clock, go to Facebook, Team FYN Sports. Facebook, Team FYN Sports. It'll be live here at 10 o'clock. An hour of sports, Gilmer wrestling, somebody wrestling, basketball, you name it. They've only got an hour, but they put a whole lot into it. Now, I want to go into the notes. So let me do my wrap-up, okay? Folks out there in this great country, this great nation, this great United States of America, from sea to shining sea, I'm about tired of hearing this national disgrace, this national crisis, this a nation in crisis, the chaos in the White House. The everything is dark and there's a disaster around every single corner. The only problem is the American people that are out there working day to day, they're not living in that disaster. And I told you, that's exactly why you listen. And I'm telling you right now, you might think I'm joking, but I'm not, okay? I say this, I say I'm not joking, folks. Let's see where it's at. 1. Josh, put up number 9. That's their funeral clothes. I'm not joking. They will dress in black. All of the deep state media, ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, they will, CNN, they are a crisis, the government crisis, shutdown, the disgrace, everything. They are in the government's collapsing black funeral clothes. I'm just telling you the truth. Let me go through a couple more of my notes. I do notes on the Sunday shows, and I don't want to forget. Does the wall mean keeping the base in? Is the wall really to keep Trump supporters in instead of the swearing in is useless? This is a note I made. Swearing in is useless now. This is what Democrats call progress. Okay? I think Kirsten, Sinema, the new Democrat senator from Arizona, did her oath of office on the Constitution. On the Constitution. All guess is she's the most pro-abortion senator in the Senate, and she's an atheist. That's the guess. She would not use a Bible. She used the Constitution. To me, swearing in now is useless. The other two, the first two Muslim women sworn in on Quran, I think it's useless now. Religious head coverings, we covered that. Real lives are being affected. It's what you're hearing is real lives are being affected. 800,000 federal employees, people back to work and government reopened is what we need. What you're going to hear is people back to work and government reopened. I'm going to tell you right now, I think Donald J. Trump has a perfect opportunity right now to restructure some government and just take the heat and go on, knowing it's the best thing for the country. I think Donald J. Trump should just go with it and move on, but he has to have our support. All right, unwavering support. I always said, I wonder not if Trump will do the things required to turn the country around or necessary to turn the country around, is will we support him to the end, even when it gets tough on certain days. But you keep hearing people back to work and government reopened is what we need, all right? What you're also hearing on the news is Trump, this is the first time that Trump is dealing with a divided government for the first time. I want to know what you would call the last 2 years. You continue to hear that Trump had a Republican Senate, a Republican House, and the White House. Republicans had all three. And now you hear that Trump is dealing with a divided government for the first time because the House is Democrat. What would you call the first 2 years? I say he's been dealing with divided deep state government since he started, period, okay? So I think he's had divided government since the day he started. And yes, if anybody tells me what, go-go juice that Lindsey Graham is drinking, I would like, you got the people on TV that, they sell Super Beets or whatever. I might try some Super Beets, and then they got, he used to play for the White Sox. I mean, he is selling the libido or whatever. He is selling boom, 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 pills. All right, you got all that going on. I'd like to see Lindsey Graham bottle up the go-go juice that he's got going on, see what happens there. I'd like to know, okay? So I think the President of the United States has been dealing with divided government for the last 2 years. If you watch Democrats, I'm leaving them up in their funeral clothes, okay? Because these guys are trying to lead the charge with CNN and the others. If you ask the Democrats, they go on show after show after show after show, and listen to the line. All the border security experts I talk to, they do not bring the border security experts on the shows. They do not mention their names because when you start drilling down into these border security experts they talk to, you start exposing their ties to the Democrats, George Soros, MoveOn.org, whatever it may be. You start showing the ties to these politicians. So you keep hearing all the border security experts I talk to. John James yesterday. John James was on ABC yesterday. Great job, John James. He ran against Stabenow up there in Michigan for Senate. He did not do. John James, keep an eye on him. Let's see. The shutdown. All right. John James is the one that made the comment, and all due respect to my friends that are 70, easy out there. A lot of good friends out there, all due respect, okay? But, hey, you know what? Democrats are looking at Joe Biden, and they're looking at Elizabeth Warren, she's 69, and they're looking at all of these Democrats. Bernie Sanders is 76. And John James called them 70-year-old retreads, all right? Let's see. You keep hearing impeach, wait for the Mueller report. I want to caution all of my friends out there that are major Donald Trump supporters that feel, I want to caution you, okay? There is something to be said about, in the last 2 weeks since the first of the year, there's no Mueller headlines, right? What happened? There's no Rod Rosenstein headlines, Rosenstein, what happened? There's no Gary Cohen, the attorney headlines. There's no Stormy Daniels headlines. There's no General Flynn headlines. There's no James Comey headlines, other than the other day when Comey said, go, Mitt, go, all right, or something like that. Have you noticed how things have cooled off? There's no Paul Manafort headlines. I just want to caution my Republican Trump-supporting friends. I got to put that, or Trump-supporting Republican friends. Let's do it like that, because not all Republicans support the President of the United States. We have learned that. But I want to tell you, be cautious, okay? Because the deep state is dangerous. All right, they're very dangerous. Because there's something bad wrong that you have the common sense to get a cup of coffee this morning, sit on your back deck, and wonder why there's miles of fencing between North and South Korea. And there's a zone that's demilitarized. Now, we're not with military action with Mexico. And why there are our troops, thousands of our troops, in South Korea defending that border today. You have thousands and thousands of troops in South Korea defending that border today. We watch countries all over the world that defend their border, build their walls, build their barriers, and have their troops defending their border today. And we can't figure out why, because we got enough common sense. I mean, you just, hey, you know, what did Hank Williams Jr. say? A country boy will survive. You're sitting on a back porch saying, you know, something bad wrong. I always did wonder, if we're broke on Monday, how are we sending these countries money? Then I realized, heck, I'm just too dumb to realize if you're broke, you can't send money. I just don't realize it. But we started paying attention, like, well, wait a minute, how do we send, like, you know, billions of dollars to Honduras, billions of dollars to El Salvador, billions of dollars south of our border to them? And then when they cross, it costs us like $150 billion a year to take care of them. And we're trying to figure out how to squeeze out 5.7 to kind of cool the things down on the southern border. And Nancy Pelosi calling it immoral. I think the American people are catching on to that. Even the most moderate, I think, are catching on to that. I really do. So I would hope that the President of the United States continues to stay his course, may I say. Now, let me show you something that, now let me show you this. Now, the media, if you're out there anywhere listening, okay, they picked out what they wanted to bring up against Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the press secretary. So let's go to number 18. Now, Sarah is on Chris Wallace yesterday, Fox News Sunday. She's on there. And the border wall, and she makes a claim about terrorists and the southern border. And it's questioned by Chris Wallace, okay? And what she continues to say over and over, that our southern border is our most vulnerable border. It's the most vulnerable place of entry into this country, is that southern border. No matter if it's for drugs, no matter what it is, it's the most vulnerable area in this country. So they attack that, they clip that, and they're running it everywhere. You have heard that, right? You have heard that everywhere. You go and look, they'll use that all day. But let me tell you what they did not do. All right, let's go at number 23. In the same interview, okay, Chris Wallace said, to be honest, or something is this quote, not quote, but something in this line, after, you know, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, he said, well, you know, at least to be, you know, transparent here and tell the truth about it, illegal border crossings, this is the same exact interview with Sarah Huckabee Sanders. November 2017, 7,016 family units apprehended, okay? And we say family units, 4 kids, 2 kids, 3 kids, husband, whatever, so we'll call it 4. So you times that, 2017. November, that was just in November. November of 2017, just that month alone in November, 7,016 family units apprehended in 2017. Okay? November of 2018, 25,172 family units apprehended right there. 25,000. There you go. Now, what they're doing, if you're watching CBS and you're watching ABC and you're watching NBC and CNN and MSNBC and you're watching everything you can to the left, okay, you will see the clip from Sarah Huckabee Sanders on the 4,000 illegals that tried to cross the border from countries of high risk or high profile countries that we have top of the watch list. That is what they take away. But look at here. In just a year, we've gone from 7,016 family units. Not just people, units. So times that by 4. November 2018, 25,172 family units apprehended. It's a crisis on our border. It's a matter of national security. It's an invasion. You wouldn't let it happen anywhere else. And they don't. They don't let it happen anywhere else. Try to get into Russia. Try to get into Mexico this way. Try to get into other areas of the world. And you and I are paying out of that $700 billion plus defense fund that the Pentagon generals, okay, the deep state generals are upset with Trump about. We're paying billions of dollars to secure the border in South Korea with thousands of our troops, with 53,000. But we send 2 to our border, and we have statistics like that. I'm your host, BKP. Let me see if there's anything else there I don't want to miss. I apologize for sounding a little gravelly. We're back to this, folks. Number 16, 5:05 a.m. Eastern Time. We're back to this. Former Trump White House official says, it has devolved into anarchy without Kelly. So Kelly walked out last week. Wednesday was his last day of work. They gave him the cookie. He went for the cookie cake, or I don't know if he went for the omelet guy. And the next thing you know, chaos breaks out again. Can you believe that? Again? Or is that the media one more time? 312,000 created jobs. On the jobs report Friday, 300,000. Government jobs during Obama were outpacing manufacturing 6-1. Manufacturing jobs under 2 years of Trump outpacing federal jobs 5-1. The deep state. It's a lot more than about the wall. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. We'll be back tomorrow morning, Tuesday. We will have some big news in the murder case up there. And watch our social media this afternoon for some stuff going on in the murder case up in Fannin County. And we've got a lot of other things going on. So it's time for go to now. We allow you to leave and go to Facebook, Team FYN Sports, for instant replay with Dave Garner. Take us out of here, Josh.